Era una bella mattinata di fine novembre. Nella notte aveva nevicato un poco, ma il terreno era coperto di un velo fresco non più alto di 3 dita. Al buio, subito dopo l'audi, avevamo ascoltato la messa in un villaggio a valle. Poi ci eravamo messi in viaggio verso le montagne, allo spuntar del sole. Come ci inerpicavamo per il sentiero scosceso che si snodava intorno al monte, vidi l'abbazia. Non mi stupirono di essa le mura che la cingevano da ogni lato, simili ad altre che vidi in tutto il mondo cristiano, ma la mole di quello che poi appresi essere l'edificio. Era questa una costruzione ottagonale che a distanza appariva come un tetragono, figura perfettissima che esprime la saldezza e l'imprendibilità della città di Dio, i cui lati meridionali si ergevano sul pianoro dell'abbazia, mentre quelli settentrionali sembravano crescere dalle falde stesse del monte, su cui si innervavano a strapiombo. Dico che in certi punti, dal basso, sembrava che la roccia si prolungasse verso il cielo, senza soluzioni di tinte e di materia, e diventasse a un certo punto mastio e torrione, opera di giganti che avessero gran familiarità e con la terra e col cielo. 3 ordini di finestre dicevano il ritmo trino della sua sopraelevazione, così che ciò che era fisicamente quadrato sulla terra era spiritualmente triangolare nel cielo. Nell'appressarvici maggiormente si capiva che la forma quadrangolare generava a ciascuno dei suoi angoli un torrione ettagonale, di cui 5 lati si protendevano all'esterno, 4 dunque degli 8 lati dell'ottagono maggiore, generando 4 ettagoni minori, che all'esterno si manifestavano come pentagoni. E non è che non veda la mirevole concordia di tanti numeri santi, ciascuno rivelante un sottilissimo senso spirituale. 8 il numero della perfezione d'ogni tetragono, 4 il numero dei Vangeli, 5 il numero delle zone del mondo, 7 il numero dei doni dello Spirito Santo. Per la mole e per la forma, l'edificio mi apparve come più tardi avrei visto nel sud della penisola italiana, Castellursino o Casteldalmonte, ma per la posizione inaccessibile era di quelli più tremendo e capace di generare timore nel viaggiatore che vi si avvicinasse a poco. E fortuna che, essendo una limpidissima mattinata invernale, la costruzione non mi apparve quale la si vede nei giorni di tempesta. Non dirò comunque che essa suggerisse sentimenti di giocondità. Io ne trassi spavento e una inquietudine sottile. Dio sa che non erano fantasmi dell'animo mio immaturo e che rettamente interpretavo indubitabili presagi iscritti nella pietra, sin dal giorno che i giganti vi posero mano e prima che la illusa volontà dei monaci ardisse consacrarla alla custodia della parola divina. Here is where it starts this trip in my world of Labyrinth, with the first 2 pages of Il nome della rosa, The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. The description of what Guglielmo da Baskerville and his companion Arzo see when they first arrive in front of the 13th century monastery, where there is a murder case that they have to solve. What they describe in the beginning, it's what they later realize to be the library, and the description is dense with symbolic numbers and geometrical shapes. There is the number 8 as the number of perfection and infinite as God is. There is the number 5 as the areas of the world, and in my idea of a labyrinth, so my image of a labyrinth, it is very connected with mathematics, with numbers, and with shapes repeated in different scales. And the library that, as I said, that they describe, it's also made in a shape of a labyrinth. And there is a strong connection between so the medieval symbolism of a labyrinth and the knowledge, and the path to knowledge. As the path to knowledge, it's to philosophy, to literature. It is hard. It requires effort. It requires meditation, and I can say that like this symbolism of the labyrinth as the path to knowledge is still valid in modern times. We live in a complex world, hard to decode, and also Guglielmo, the Baskerville, he can be considered a modern man. He's lost in his quest, is undervalued, is like searching for his soul, and yeah, so at some point in the story, they get in front of the area where there is like there are books of pagan antiquity, so like all the books that are not related with the god and religion, and those books are divided in 4 rooms labeled Achaia, and Achaia, it's a symbolism that recall Greece, as Achaia was a region in Greece, in southern Greece, also mentioned in Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. And exactly Greece is what brings me to the next piece of my labyrinth, which is this labyrinth that is in a house in the ruins of Pompeii, and represents the Minos labyrinth, where there is the Minotaur. In the island of Crete, Minos was fighting with his brother to become the new king. So he decides to ask to Poseidon, the sea, the god of the sea, to send on land a white bull, and that would signify that he had to become the king. So the god sends the bull, and Minos was supposed to sacrifice it to the god, but he didn't. So Poseidon decided to punish Minos, and he makes Minos' wife, Pasiphae, fell in love with the bull. And Pasiphae asks Daedalus, the architect, to build a wooden cow to mate with the bull. And from this union, the Minotaur was born. So Minos decides to hide this shame. Actually, the Minotaur is the symbol of the hubris of the man. It's the feeling of feeling better and smarter than God. So Minos asked to Daedalus to build a labyrinth in Knossos, where he wants to hide the Minotaur. A labyrinth like where it would be impossible to get through, and especially to get out. And the center of the actually labyrinth comes from labyrinth, that is the axe with 2 ends, which was the symbol of the city, symbol of Crete, and Minos asks to put that symbol on the front of the labyrinth. What is in the center of this image is the moment that Theseus kills the Minotaur. So for me, like the path, like the Theseus going at the center of the labyrinth is the path that men and women take to get to like a new perception of themselves, a new strength, a new awareness. And eventually Theseus is able to get out of the labyrinth only thanks to the rope that was given to him by Arianna, a woman that was smart and clever, but also led by her heart. And actually Arianna is what brings me to the next piece of my labyrinth. And this is an image taken, a picture taken by me in Giardino Botanico do Porto during the exhibition of Alice in Wonderland. And here it's a frame and Alice that are reflected in the water. So, as Arianna is like smart and aware of her power, the same is Alice when she starts her path in Wonderland. But why this image? Why? For me this is connected with the labyrinth, because of the mirror part. Even if this is not visually a labyrinth, for me this is more like an introspective path, introspective labyrinth, because a mirror can give illusions. A mirror can give illusions, and it forces us to go beyond the reflection to find the truth. And as I was saying, this is what Alice does when she starts her trip in Wonderland. In the beginning of the story, she knows everything. She's sure of everything. Her world has rules, is logical, but then she goes to the rabbit hole, and there in Wonderland, she gets to Wonderland, where like there is no logic, everything is mad, everything and everyone is mad, and everything is questioned. So she needs to find a new confidence at the end of the trip, to like reset her rules. At the end of the story, Alice's sister wakes her up from a dream. So in the end it was all a dream. And exactly the dream, the concept of the dream, brings me to the next path of my labyrinth, which is this one. So dreams can be seen as a mind labyrinth. Many times there are like people, paths, timelines, colors that only make sense when we dream. And Sigmund Freud focused a big part of his theory of the unconscious, like strictly connected with interpretation of dreams. for Freud, the dream is an unconscious wish. But then there is a process of censorship that distorts the wish, the expression of the wish. And this is why we see everything distorted and doesn't make sense easily when we dream. And his nephew, Lucian Freud, was an artist and was very influenced by his uncle's theory. This painting, it's from the first part of his career, and for me it is very connected with the dreams, and this is for me like immediately reminds me of a therapy session because of the chair, the classic chair. And but then like there is a red mantle on the floor, a magician hat, the giant, disproportionate head, zebra head, red and white, coming from the window. So for me this must be somebody dreaming about his own therapy session. Maybe the person dreaming sees himself or herself as the zebra head. And thanks to the dream, we take another turn in this world of Labyrinth, and we go to the land down under in Australia, and specifically to the dream time. The dream time is the word used to to express when life came to be for the Aboriginal culture. So Aboriginal art is the visual expression of the dream time, and it's a sacred form of communication. There are also dances, music, the shapes of the world, of the land, that are all expression, different kind of expression of the dream time stories. And when I was living there in Sydney, I got very fascinated by the Aboriginal art, and especially this kind of art that is the dot painting. In this one, so the artists are able to, like with each dot, based on the dimension, the color, they are able to hide or highlight a story. And this one, it really reminds me of a labyrinth. Yeah, like the different path and the center, the core. So through the Aboriginal art, we get to the next piece of my labyrinth. So as Aboriginal art stayed in the back of my mind all this time, now I think I finally understand why I got really mesmerized by this installation that I saw at Arco Madrid. This is an installation by the French artist Jean-Michel Autonnier. It's called Nœud Sauvage, Wild Knot, and yeah, probably there is no connection between Aboriginal art and Autonnier, but to me there is like a lot of meaning in all those dots together. There is a lot of, like, there is chaos, but there is also like a rhythm at every turn that all these shapes take, and there is a visual connection with Aboriginal art for me. Yeah. So there is no better way to close this trip in my world of Labyrinth than with this last image, which was also a picture taken in Arco Madrid, and is from the artist, Cuban artist Dagoberto Rodriguez. For me, even if like it might not seem like any apparent connection with the labyrinth, to me this image it encloses all the points that I explained until now. So it's concentric, it's very geometrical, it's there are like different shades, different like various entrances. It looks like a labyrinth that has like false entrances, false exits, like tiny spots that bring nowhere, might or might not bring in at the core of the image. Also the shade of the white in the center, they look like it's a reversed cone, so it could be like the entrance to the rabbit hole, it could be the entrance to any kind of underworld. And yeah, so for me, also in this case, there is like a deep connection with like the reflection, and especially in this case, it is a big illusion, because it looks like from far that those are like Lego bricks that form this shape, but the closer you get, so getting beyond the image, the illusion, the reflection, you can see that it's an actual painting. So you need to get close. So this was my trip in the world of Labyrinth. Thank you.